Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kubeir. So good to see you guys. Good morning, good evening, Khushamadid, wherever you are. Very, very important question that always comes up and people don't understand is that when you're applying for your study visa, the most important factor is for you to prove that you are a bona fide and a genuine student. How do you prove that you're a bona fide and a genuine student? Why are you choosing to study whatever you're choosing to study? Why are you choosing Canada? How does this program that you're choosing to study make sense? Like, for example, the program that you're choosing to study in Canada, is a similar program or something same or within the same range available in India? If yes, why can't you study there? Why can't you study that program? What makes you spend thousands of dollars to come to Canada and study this program when you could very well study it in India? People do not give answers to these questions and then they realize they got stuck. Now you have a 4-year gap. How are you going to justify a 4-year gap? After having this 4-year gap, what makes this person wanting to study at this point of time? By studying now, what benefit are you going to get into your life, in your career, what has been your past study record? Were you a good student? Were you an average student? If you were an average student, what makes you now become a good student? Why should Canada feel that you will now want to study in Canada seriously? So there are so many of these factors with which people don't take into consideration. They will just go to anybody, just draft out a very average SOP or a statement of purpose or study plan and then expect to get approved. It doesn't get approved. Study permit applications are very, very subjective. Unlike the PR applications, unlike the express entry application, where the law is very, very clear. Section so-and-so, assessment of work experience, assessment of eligibility, assessment of your proof of funds, assessment of your spouse. The law is clear. With study visa, the law is very, very generic, all right? And there is a huge amount of discretion that the visa officer has when they're making a decision with their study permit applications. I have seen the best applications getting refused, and I have seen the most ridiculous applications getting approved. And sometimes I couldn't figure out the reason for both of them. But when you come to the middle grounds for this assessment, you need to satisfy the visa officer and the burden of proof is on you. With your burden of proof, it includes what do you show for your ties to home country. People take it very lightly. People want to apply together. People want to apply for both the spouses together because, yeah, I know it makes sense. But how do you show your ties to home country? Do you have property? Do you have funds? Do you have businesses? Do you have job? Are you leaving family behind? Is your spouse behind? Do you have children behind? Do you have parents who need you to come back behind? Do you have some ongoing business behind? Do you have some honorary position for which you need to come back and take care of? Do you have some sort of ongoing business engagement which need you to come back? Are you part of some organization which need you to come back? All of this needs to be well explained and all of this becomes ties to your home country. All right. That is the first thing. Secondly, your finances. Are you able to take care of your tuition fees? Are you able to take care of your expenses beyond your tuition fees? I mean, you are going to be living in Canada. Do you have money to take care of yourself? And you need to be able to prove that you have enough funds without looking at that you will be working for 20 hours per week part-time kind of a thing. So you should have enough funds. Now, this enough funds, where did you get the money from? Did you borrow it from somebody? Or was it always there in your account? Who is giving you this funds? Is your father giving you this funds? Is your husband supporting you? Is your uncle supporting you? Is your aunt supporting you? Is your parent? Is your sister supporting you? Did you provide a supporting letter from them? What is their financial capability? Are they financially sound? Is it that they are taking a loan from somewhere just to give it to you? I mean, I can go on and on and on because this is such a big subject. As far as study permit application is concerned, the more documentation you provide, the better explanation you give. You need to make a case for yourself to say that there is a good reason why you want to come to Canada. There is a good reason why you cannot study in India for that matter. Let's say in your SOP, you should provide a comparative analysis. Pick up 3 or 4 colleges or institutions that provide the same program that you're planning to study in Canada. Show their curriculum, add their cost, give some background of those colleges. Talk about the fact that they use the rote system or the ratta system as we call it, or the quality of education is extremely poor, or talk about the alumni or what the alumni offers to you. There was this particular news article which came out which said that though India produces hundreds and thousands of engineers every year, the employable number of people that come out of that colleges is extremely small. Pick up newsprint or articles, something which give a direct data related reference for something like this and provide that at support of your application. If, for example, you are choosing to come and study in UFT, University of Toronto, and you're trying to study a specific program, identify the curriculum from the college's website, and then talk about the information that is available to you from that particular curriculum. Why is that curriculum so important to you? Pick up the specific subjects, talk about impact that those specific subjects will make in your life, in your career, in your progression. Pick out the names of specific professors or teachers who are teaching in those particular programs. You will get it from the college, you will get it from the LinkedIn, you will get it from, so talk about their achievements and say, I would like to be taught by this individual because this individual has achieved so much. I would like to learn from this person. A study permit application is so much more complex than people make it out to be. Agents in India who are just education agents, they are not qualified to understand the complexity of a study permit application. All they are interested is in getting their commission. So you go to them, they will give you your suggestion of your particular program. They will probably try and sell you that particular program because they're only thinking that if I have enrolled 100 students, they know for a fact 50 to 60% will get approved because that is the law of averages. And those people are getting approved not because the agent was spectacular, because the agent did spectacularly well in the application. It is because the student had a good profile. And let's say the discretion worked. Let's say the student was young. It was a career progression. It was a study progression. They had completed their bachelor's. They were now going to study master's, or they had completed their school. They were now going to complete their bachelor's. It was a normal profile for a student. And then they get the success. And then these agents will put out big billboards saying that we got this person a study permit. It's all rubbish. Okay. In most cases, they actually get your applications refused. They put incorrect information. They misguide you. They ask you to hide information. They ask you to lie in your application. They ask you to lie about your marital status. They ask you to lie about your education status. They ask you to lie about your work experience. And with all the lies that you have now told in your study permit application, let's say you get an approval, you come to Canada, you are thanking the agent. Once you come to Canada, then you realize you now have to complete your postgraduate work permit application. Then you realize you have to complete your PR application. And now you're struggling because you may want to use that work experience, which you did not declare. You may want to use the education, your master's degree, which you did not declare. And now you are caught between a rock and a hard place because you misrepresented yourself. Okay. And because you misrepresented yourself, you are now in a bigger situation. There is such a huge number of misrepresentations which come out of India, especially for the study permit applications. People are getting banned for 5 years all the time because the agent has screwed up their application by lying in their application. Agents are not going to tell you that, right? If they will tell you that, then you won't sign up with them. So as an aspirant, it is your responsibility because it's your life, it's your application at stake. You need to be smart. If you are preparing your application, think from the visa officer's, perspective. What is the visa officer looking for? The visa officer is looking for every reason to refuse your application. Okay, that's what the visa officer is looking for. Now you have to make sure that you cover every single reason why they could refuse your application, from why you wish to study, why does it make a difference, what is the career progression, explain your gaps, explain your past studies, explain your past records, explain your academic records, explain the comparison between the studies in whichever country you are versus the study in Canada, why it makes a difference for you. Talk about the benefit you can have in your future, in your life. If you're adding your spouse, why does your spouse need to be added in your application? Does your spouse give you mental support, moral support? It's important for the family well-being. Maybe you have children, you're including them in the application. All this needs to be explained. Don't assume the visa officer will understand or will know because of whatever you think. Provide your employment documents. Show that you were a good employee. Show that you were a good student. If while you were studying, you got lots of certificates, you got lots of performance achievement awards. Provide them. Show it to the visa officer that you have always been a good student. That is the reason learning is so important for you. As I said, I could go on and on and on, but I guess you get a gist of what I'm trying to tell you. MBA colleges would like to see a good application. They would like to see how you have drafted your application. They would like to see some testimonials. They would like to see some references. They would like to see Why do you make a good candidate for their college? Now, it's the same thing. Now, just the way you're making an application for your study visa, you also need to be making a good SOP, statement of purpose, study plan for your MBA program as well. Tell the college why is it that you wish to study at this point of time and the benefit it makes. There are so many students who are mature students who are completing their MBAs after 40, after 45. You prepare a good application, you make a good application to the institution, and the top universities are quite likely going to accept it. Always, if I was going to apply to a good university for an MBA program, I would be looking to first network with the faculty in that college. I would like to pick their brains. I would like to get a reference from them. I would like to get a reference from an organization that I am involved in, okay? And that reference will mean so much more. I would like to get for example, if I am part of a regulatory body, if I am part of an organization, an association of professionals where I'm involved, I would like to get a reference from them or from some other companies or individuals who are well known in their respective field. I would add that as part of my application. So all this is required when you try to make a good application. And these are, I mean, I cannot tell you how important all this information is. Well, this was good. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. You guys are stars. If you wish to discuss more in person, one-on-one, please book an appointment. This is the link for that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you soon. I will see you again next time. Until such time, stay safe, be good, and take care.